Hello everyone, I'm Engineer Jomar Silaw, and for today's presentation, I'm gonna present you two satellites. One is an active satellite and the other was a decommissioned satellite. For the first satellite, named Terra. Terra is an active satellite and a flagship Earth observation satellite launched by NASA as part of the Earth Observation System, or what they call the EOS. Its mission is to study the Earth's atmosphere, land, oceans, and climate. Terra monitors also environmental changes, including global land cover, surface temperature, atmospheric aerosol levels, and energy balance. It has been critical in understanding climate change and environmental processes. For its orbit details, Terra is a sun-synchronous and a near-polar orbit, and also has an elevation of 705 kilometers or 438 miles, and its inclination is a 98.2 degrees. For its revisit period, approximately around 16 days, and for the closing time is at 10:30 a.m. descending node, a local solar time for consistent lighting conditions. For the launch provider of Terra, the operator is the NASA, and the manufacturer was Lockheed Martin, and it was launched on December 18, 1999, and still active to this day. For the payload and bus details of Terra, it has carries five primary scientific instruments designed to measure different aspects of Earth's climate system. First is the MODIS, or the Moderate Resolution Imaging Spectroradiometer. It captures data across 36 spectral bands, measuring cloud cover, ocean color, and surface temperature and land surface change at different resolutions. Second is the ASTER, or the Advanced Spaceport Thermal Emission and Reflection Radiometer. Provides high-resolution images of Earth in visible and infrared wavelengths to study land use, vegetation, and surface temperatures. Next is the CERES, or the Clouds and the Earth's Radiant Energy System. Measures Earth's reflected sunlight and emitted thermal radiation to study the planet's energy budget. Another is the MISR, or the Multi-Angle Imaging Spectroradiometer. Monitors atmospheric aerosol properties and cloud cover by capturing images at 9 different angles. And last is the MODIT, or the measurements of pollution in the troposphere. It measures global carbon monoxide and methane levels, which are key components of air pollution and the greenhouse gases. For the second satellite, a decommissioned satellite named UARS, or the Upper Atmosphere Research Satellite. UARS was a NASA mission dedicated to studying Earth's upper atmosphere, particularly the ozone layer, and measuring the energy input from the sun. The satellite provided critical data on the chemistry, dynamics, and energy of the upper atmosphere, significantly improving understanding of ozone depletion, the role of trace gases, and their impact on climate. For the orbit details of UARS, for its type is a LEO, or a low Earth orbit, and its elevation was approximately 585 kilometers or 363 miles at launch, and gradually decayed over time. And for the inclination, has 57 degrees, and its revisit period roughly 15 times per day. And the satellite was decommissioned in 2005, re-entering Earth's atmosphere on September 24, 2011 over the Pacific Ocean. For its launch provider, still the operator was NASA, and its manufacturer was NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center, and it was launched on September 12, 1991. For the payload and bus details of UARS, first is the SUSIM, or the Solar Ultraviolet Spectral Irradiance Monitor, and measured ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Next is the SOLSTICE, or the Solar Stellar Irradiance Comparison Experiment, monitored solar UV output. Next is the MLS, or the Microwave Limb Sounder, measured trace gases, temperature, and ozone in the upper atmosphere. Next is the CLAES, or the Cryogenic Limb Array Talon Spectrometer, map the presence of trace gases that contribute to ozone depletion, such as methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, or the CFCs. Next is the WIND-B, or the Wind Imaging Interferometer. Captured wind patterns and temperatures in the mesosphere and lower thermosphere. Okay, next is the High Resolution Doppler Imager, or the HRDI, measured atmospheric wind speeds at different altitudes. Next is the HALO, or the Halogen Occultation Experiment, and it measured ozone and other chemicals to study ozone depletion and greenhouse gases. Next is the PEM, the Particle Environment Monitor, and it measured charged particles affecting the atmosphere. Next is the ACRIN-2, or the Active Cavity Radiometer Irradiance Monitor, and it monitored the total solar energy entering the Earth's atmosphere. And last is the ESAPS, or the Improved Stratospheric and Mesospheric Sounder, and it measured temperature and pressure in the stratosphere and mesosphere. UARS used a custom NASA spacecraft bus weighing about 6,540 kilograms at launch, and it featured solar panels that provided power to the instruments and onboard systems. UARS completed its primary mission in 2005, providing over 14 years of data that contributed to atmospheric models and environmental policy. After the mission ended, NASA lowered its orbit to expedite its re-entry. In 2011, UARS re-entered the Earth's atmosphere and broke apart over the Pacific Ocean with no reported damage or injuries on Earth. And that's it. That's the two satellites. First is the Terra, an active satellite, and the UARS, the decommissioned satellite. I hope you enjoy watching my video. Thank you, everyone.